Yes, I'm General Mutau. I'm the national chairperson of the Africans Reclaim, which is now registered as a political party. We have a history of having tried to help the ANC out of the disaster it is facing now. And this started from as far back as 2006, 2007, 2017, 2022, where we tried to help the African National Congress. And we developed a number of documents, and one of the most important is the document we called the ANC Turnaround Strategy 2025. In that document, we indicated the challenges which the ANC is going to face into the future and what the ANC ought to do in order to solve the challenges it's going to face. The ANC leadership, starting from its officials and then the NWC, actually entertained the documents. But were unfortunately not very agreeable to what we were suggesting to them. In 2020, the last time we met the NWC, we agreed that we were going to meet again, but unfortunately until our decision to move out and get a solution outside the ANC has not bothered to meet us again. And what we are saying, the African National Congress is an organization born out of the struggles of our people. And for some of us whose grandparents, whose parents were members of the African National Congress, it was indeed very sad that we came to a conclusion that the African National Congress can no longer be saved from within, and we must save it from outside. The struggle was not about the name, but it was about the political program that was to be pursued in order to reclaim the heritage of our people, to reclaim the dignity of our people. And that political program is the political program of Africans Reclaim. It is the program of the ANC in the 21st century. Many people will say to us, what exactly is that program? We say to them, our program is a decolonization program. We need to decolonize this country because everything as it stands, we are still living under colonialism and apartheid. We are still being referred to as blacks, not as Africans. We, the owners and the indigenous people of Africa, are being marginalized by being categorized as blacks. And it's high time that we restate that South Africa is an African country and the African people are a majority, and they have to take responsibility to directing their own destiny. In that regard, the issue of land, some of these schemes like expropriation without compensation will never see the light of day because they are just complicating a simple issue. And we are saying the seas, the land, the airspace, the mountains, the valleys and the rivers that form part of the territory of the Republic shall revert back to the state, and anybody who wants to use the land to the benefit of the people will apply and will be given a piece of land to cultivate, to do any other thing which is in the benefit of the people. The second aspect, which is very critical, is the issue of education. Our education is still Bantu education. It's an education which creates people who are unemployed because we teach or we indoctrinate our children to believe that staying out of mathematics and science is the best thing to do. How do we compete with the world when science and technology is the hallmark of any developing nation? China is where it is because its people are taught mathematics and science. Secondly, our schools reinforced apartheid. African schools are still dusty schools without any facilities, while in the suburbs, the schools have lawn, they've got sprinklers of water, they've got swimming pools, they've got all sporting facilities. But our schools are still gravel. The only sporting facility which is in our schools is a gravel soccer pitch and a netball pitch. How do we expect our children to compete in the Olympics when there are no facilities which enable them? Actually, that situation discourages an African child from going to school. How do you go to school where there are no sporting facilities? A child doesn't like school because of what teachers say in class, but because of other amenities which the school environment offers. Our schools reinforce racism. There are no South African European citizens, children, in universities like the University of KwaZulu-Natal, the University of Limpopo, and other so-called African universities. They are only found in Wits, University of Pretoria, University of Cape Town, University of Johannesburg, where you have got all the facilities and you have all the lecturers who will develop those children and make them to be able to participate in the economy. The majority of the graduates from the universities, which are called black universities, are not employable. Are not employable. 7 million youth are unemployed in this country. And of the 7 million, 60% of them are actually graduates. But graduate in what subjects? Languages, history, particularly history of Europe. And unfortunately also, graduates of theology. So